What is going on, everyone? Griffin here, coming at you with some Glimpse gameplay, and today we're going to be talking about the Nightshade. Is the Nightshade too powerful? Now, let's head over and let's talk about it. So these are the Winter Warfare updates, and as you can see here, the Nightshade did receive some changes in the Winter Warfare update. So currently the Nightshade's accuracy loss per shot was decreased from 0.02 to 0.01. And the write-up for this is the Nightshade as a hybrid SMG AR has been struggling relative to the SMG class and struggling relative to the AR class. This change brings the accuracy loss per shot closer to its SMG peers in an attempt to make it more viable. Now, historically speaking, the Nightshade has always been very comparable to the LMPX. They're basically brothers or cousins at this point. Whenever you start looking at the statistics, what they're capable of, the built-in silencer, the whole 9 yards. And the Nightshade has always been a weapon that, at least in my opinion, has performed somewhat. There's been a couple of issues with the Nightshade and a couple of instances where the Nightshade wasn't performing where it needed to. But I never thought that the Nightshade was a bad weapon. I would have never classified it as a terrible weapon. It's always been something that's been fun to use, fun to play around, but it just doesn't provide enough oomph compared to the rest of the SMGs or the rest of the ARs. But the developers are actually trying to bring the Nightshade a little bit more in line with the SMG weapon class. And I understand why. It's supposed to be that AR SMG hybrid weapon that AR players are going to have access to. If you play a character like Vi that has access to shotguns and assault rifles, then you have an SMG option there. Whenever you play other characters that have SMGs and assault rifles, the SMG options are there. And a lot of people gravitate more towards the SMGs because of the ease of use, the maneuverability with the weapons, the versatility of the weapons. That's why a lot of people gravitate towards SMGs. And I know that there's a lot of people that gravitate more towards assault rifles, specifically in Rogue Company. At least historically, that's been the case. But I understand why people gravitate towards the SMGs. But the problem that I have with the Nightshade is it doesn't differentiate itself enough from the SMGs, any of the SMGs really. I mean, we can get into nuanced things, but overall as a class, it doesn't differentiate itself enough, especially compared to the LMPX. And with the ARs, it almost differentiates itself too much to a degree, right? Because it doesn't play, it doesn't act, it doesn't feel like an assault rifle, it feels like an SMG. The LMPX feels like an SMG. The LMPX performs closer to an assault rifle than the rest of them, but it still feels like an SMG. You still have the benefits of using the LMPX that you do with the rest of the SMG category. Whereas with the Nightshade and how that weapon fundamentally is usable, it just feels like it's just all of the SMGs kind of crammed into one weapon. For the AR class, it just doesn't feel like it has much of an identity, in my opinion. I felt like it performed great. I don't know why that this accuracy loss per shot was decreased from 0.02 to 0.01. It I mean, obviously didn't affect the weapon that much because I haven't seen that many people running the Nightshade over SMGs. I mean, if you're running a character that has SMGs, 90% of the time I just see people running SMGs as opposed to the Nightshade in that regard. So what could they do to kind of differentiate themselves a little bit? And where do I think that the Nightshade could actually fill a niche, a huge overarching niche? They got rid of speed and toughness, right? And that was one of those systems. It's like, well, was it good? Was it bad? I was personally a fan of it. I thought that it brought something a little bit different into the game, you know, giving the rogues damage resistance, giving the rogues different types of speed and things like that. That's gone away. Where there is some small variation, and you can definitely feel it whenever you run specific weapons, but the weapons feel like they have no weight to them, right? And I think that that would be a good way for Rogue Company to kind of go in there and spruce the weapons up a little bit with doing minimal work, right? You assign the weapons a heavy value or a weight value to them from 0 to 10, and 10 is like you're walking, you can't even run with the weapon, and 0 is like you're light on your feet like a dancer, basically Lancer running around acting a fool, right? that provides opportunities for other perks, right? Evade could negate the weapon heavy property, right? And they could make you move faster while you're getting shot at. You could have other things that help influence that. I think that a system like that would make the Nightshade feel very unique compared to the rest of the assault rifles, because the assault rifles would have varying weights associated with them. So if the Nightshade is going to be at a 3, then the Hydra would be at a 7, right? And then you would have like the KA would be the 5, and the Sahara would be the 6. You know, the Riptide would be the 4. You could kind of sprinkle the weapons in throughout there. The light machine guns would be something on the heavier side, like an 8. The sniper rifles, you could have one that's super heavy. Like the tier would be super heavy, whereas the long body would be a little bit lighter. You'd be able to maneuver around a little bit more with that. I think that adding something like that into the game, where each weapon, you know, has its own scale of weight associated with it, would give a varying degree of actually how the weapon performs. And it could be part of the upgrade path. The more you put on this weapon, the heavier that the weapon gets, right? So if you're putting attachment over attachment over attachment on it, it's going to bog it down. You put a bigger magazine on it, it's going to add double your bullet count. It's going to double the weight of it, you know, because in real life, the more bullets that you have in it, the heavier that it's going to be, regardless of how you feel about it. Now, this isn't something that I'm like, oh, this is the greatest idea since sliced bread. But in relation to the Nightshade, doing something like that where the Nightshade feels more akin to submachine guns based on how you actively move around the map, as opposed to they just feel like all the SMGs crammed into one weapon and they don't really fit into any kind of niche, in my opinion. Like the KA in the Sahara successfully fills that niche for that SMG AR hybrid. The KA does a better job at it, in my opinion, because you have the range bonus, because you have the headshot bonus, and you're still able to maneuver around with the weapon. You're still able to get some incredible hipfire shots out of it. Same thing with the Sahara. They buffed the Sahara hipfire in this update, in the Winter Warfare update, where the hipfire for it is just as good, if not better than the Nightshade. It has better damage output. It fires somewhat slower in comparison, but based on the damage output, it's really about the same, and you get a higher headshot multiplier with the Sahara. So why would I run the Nightshade over all of the other assault rifles in that category? Why would I run it over all of the SMGs in their category? I don't understand why the Nightshade has always kind of been this weird outlier specifically for the developers. I don't think that I've felt that way, and I don't think that the rest of the community's felt that way, that the Nightshade is the outlier. But that's kind of currently where I stand at it. But be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. What are your thoughts on the Nightshade receiving this buff? And did you feel like it needed the buff? What are your thoughts on the Nightshade overall? I know there's a lot of people that's diehard Night fans. I know there's some people that just absolutely don't enjoy using it. So if you do like it or if you don't like it, let me know why in the comments down below. Also, be sure to check that description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, then consider hitting that join button to become one of the 256 crew members. Lastly, on Thursdays and also on Sundays, I will be streaming here on YouTube. So if you are interested and available, please feel free to stop by and say hello there. Thanks for watching, guys.
Did not flash anybody with that. Come on. Damn, he's gonna throw that on me. I have to bust this.
I'm gonna flank them.
They're gonna
as
kill
quickly
me.
as possible.
They're all over it. Spread out. Two of them pushed out here and dropped my ass like a bag of fucking. They're going. Where are they going? Back to the hole. I'm trying to get in there.
The whole team was wiped. Can we get a snipe today, Phantom, please?
Somebody's in the cut here.
They're all coming through this main door up top.
One back here. One behind us. Over here. Spider. The spider's coming out. He's gonna kill me.
Enemies are out of reinforcements.
Oh, I'm spawning back in. Stay alive.
Lethal out. Enemies have been wiped out.
Ooh! I have to eat those words in a minute, but
Watch out for Demon Blast.
yep.
Utility out. Enemies have the objective. Get it out.
He's in the middle. He's gonna blast. Yep, I knew it.
You have control of the objective. Defend it.
Fucking bitch.
He's still over here. He's coming up top right here.
I got one. Ah, he's right here behind you. They're healing right here. Demon's healing. Right in front of me. You got him up? There's two. I'm gonna come back.
Requesting aid.
He got me.
So far away.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Enemies have the objective.
I'm gonna put fuck on that middle.
Okay.
They smoked it. Just trying to get some attention.
I'm flipping it. Lit her up.
At the back. Woo!
Enemies have 5 reinforcements remaining.
Middle.
Utility out.
Yeah, I got trophies in there.
I'm
I'm trying to watch this back. He's still in the middle.
Going mid.
Two behind. She's gonna heal him, but fuck it. They're over here. I'm gonna take the opportunity to reload. I'm still watching this back over here. They're in the middle again. I almost got hit. They dropped me. I'm gonna have to spawn and come back. They're pushing in, but from over here where I was at. Lancer. I got one behind us.
Commencing resuscitation.
I got one back here.
I got Lancer on me. I downed the other two.
Drop this motherfucker. There she is. Yep. Got me. Get her.
She-
I'm coming back. I'm coming back. She's gonna go heal him right now.
Enemies have control of the objective. Capture it.
She's the
got
last
this.
one.
We got this.
Yep.
I'm with you.
She threw
There
a
she
smoke.
is. Dumb bitch. Dumb bitch. Fuck out. God, man, that was.
We all did a good job. We 3v4'd them.
We did. We didn't need that sniper feeding. Damn, what was that call?
Oh, that
I
was
see a doctor, man.
terrible. That was
Just doctor
terrible.
yourself.
Oh.
Is that what you do when you get sick? You take the stethoscope out, put it on your back, breathe.
That was a bullshit call.
Oh,
That's what that was.